When dealing with radicals, there's a few rules you have to keep in mind. If you multiply or divide radicals, that's okay. So for example, if we have the square root of x times by the square root of y, you will get an answer of the square root of x times y. However, if you add or subtract radicals, this is where it's not going to be okay. So if you have the square root of x plus the square root of y, it's not going to equal the square root of x plus y. This example will show this. The first example is a multiplication question. You have the square root of 6 times by the square root of 3, and you should get the answer of the square root of 18. So this is a true statement. If you plug it into your calculator just to make sure, this is what you'll get. You have the square root of 6 times by the square root of 3. If you plug this in, you should get 4.24. If you plug the square root of 18, you'll get the same answer. That's going to be about 4.24. The second question, B, is actually going to be false, but let's take a look at that by pulling it apart. You've got the square root of 36 plus 64, and it's saying here it's going to be equal to the square root of 36 plus the square root of 64. So if you add everything underneath this root sign, you will get the square root of 100 is equal to the square root of 36 plus the square root of 64. So if you do take the square root of 100, that's actually going to be 10. The square root of 36 is 6, and the square root of 64 is 8. Big problem here. 10 is not equal to 6 plus 8. So B is going to be false. The last one is a division question, so we know it's going to be true. If you actually punch this into your calculator, the square root of 60 divided by the square root of 6, that's going to give you 3.16. If you punch the square root of 10 into your calculator, you'll get the same answer. That one's going to be true.